Throughout this series, we have explored some of the most mysterious angels described in the Bible and ancient scripture. We have examined angels who fight spiritual battles, angels who deliver divine messages, angels who reveal wisdom, and angels who stand in the presence of God. Now, in this final episode, we bring everything together. Today, we uncover the secrets of heaven revealed through angels in the Bible. This episode explains what angels truly are, why God sends them, and what their presence reveals about humanity, prophecy, and divine order. This is not speculation. This is Scripture. So why do angels exist according to the Bible? The Bible explains angels as created beings, formed by God to serve His will. Psalm 104:4 says, He makes His angels spirits, His ministers a flaming fire. Angels are not gods. They are not humans. They are servants of divine authority. Throughout Scripture, angels appear at moments when heaven intersects with earth. They appear to warn. They appear to guide. They appear to reveal. Every single angelic encounter recorded in the Bible carries purpose. They are messengers and agents of a higher power, acting with precision at key moments in human history. The Bible also reveals different ranks and roles among angels, a divine hierarchy. Some angels deliver messages like Gabriel to Mary. Some execute judgment like the angels over Sodom and Gomorrah. Some guard nations, and some worship continually before God's throne. Daniel chapter 10 reveals angels assigned to specific regions and kingdoms, engaged in spiritual warfare that impacts the physical world. The book of Revelation reveals angels assigned to the seals, trumpets, and bowls of judgment. This reveals a hidden truth. Heaven operates with order. Angels in the Bible function within a divine structure, not chaos. Each has a role, a purpose, and a place within God's grand design. So what do these angelic appearances really mean? Every angelic appearance in Scripture occurs during a turning point. Think about it. Abraham before the judgment of Sodom, Moses before the deliverance from Egypt, Daniel before receiving world-changing prophecy, Mary before the incarnation of Christ, John before receiving the revelation. Angels appear when God is about to act. They do not replace God. They announce His will. This teaches us that angels in the Bible are signals of divine movement. Their arrival means that heaven is breaking into the human timeline, that a pivotal moment is at hand. They are harbingers of God's direct intervention. Ancient Scripture, like the book of Enoch, expands our understanding of these angelic roles. While it's not part of the biblical canon, it provides historical context that was clearly referenced in the New Testament. Jude verse 14 even says, Enoch the seventh from Adam prophesied. This confirms that Enoch's writings and prophecies were known and respected. In the book of Enoch, angels reveal secrets about the structure of heaven, the judgment of the fallen angels known as the Watchers, the coming fate of the wicked, and the preservation of the righteous. This reinforces a biblical truth. God reveals His secrets selectively and purposefully, often using His angelic messengers to do so. This leads to a question many people ask. Why don't angels appear openly today like they did in the Bible? Scripture itself provides the answer. The book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verses 1 and 2, says that in the past God spoke through the prophets, but in these last days He has spoken to us through His Son. Angels still exist. They still serve. Hebrews 13, verse 2 even suggests we may entertain them without knowing it. But the primary means of God's revelation is now centered on Jesus Christ. Angels never draw attention to themselves. Their entire purpose is to point humanity toward God. With Christ's arrival, the ultimate message has been delivered. The Bible also gives us very clear spiritual warnings about angels. Colossians 2 verse 18 warns against the worship of angels, cautioning believers not to be drawn into false humility and practices that detract from Christ. This is incredibly important. In Revelation 22 verse 9, when the Apostle John falls down to worship the angel showing him these visions, the angel immediately stops him, saying, "See that you do not do that." Worship God. This is a critical test. True angels always redirect worship to God alone. Any spirit, being, or entity that seeks glory for itself is not from God. Their humility is a hallmark of their divine commission. So, as we conclude, what are the final spiritual lessons we learn from angels? They teach us that God is actively involved in human history. They show us that heaven is real and operates with divine order. They demonstrate that obedience to God matters above all else. They remind us that judgment is coming for unrighteousness, but also that redemption has been prepared for those who believe. Angels in the Bible exist to serve God's redemptive plan, not to satisfy human curiosity. As this series comes to a close, remember this one central truth. Angels are not the focus. God is. Angels are simply the messengers. They reveal His power, His order, His justice, and His mercy. The greatest revelation is not the angels themselves, but the magnificent God who sends them. Thank you for watching the Mystery Angels of the Bible. If this series deepened your understanding of angels, Scripture, and divine mystery, I encourage you to revisit each episode and share this series with others who are seeking biblical truth. Subscribe for more.